A will does not protect your wealth, okay, and there's many legal pitfalls in a will. Now, with respect to whoever wrote that comment, I politely disagree, and here's why. Now, this is going to be a long video, so just bear with me, okay? Now, let's go to the history of trusts first and foremost. There are two types of trusts. A trust created during lifetime, called an inter vivos trust, or what we call a lifetime trust, and a trust created during death, which we call a testamentary trust, i.e. a will. So the point I'm trying to make is there are two types of trusts here. Trust created in lifetime, trust created during death. All right, so they're both trusts, just got different names. Okay. Secondly, what you put in a trust is important. You're not going to put everything and bundle everything in one trust, especially a lifetime trust. You're going to set yourself up for a lot of problems. But yes, it does protect your wealth over a certain asset. So, for example, if you've got life insurance, you put it in trust. You've got a house, you put it in trust. You've got investments, you put it in trust. But you need to get the right advice around that, or else you're going to get yourself stung with taxes, which is obviously, you don't want that. So your wealth is being eroded if you're paying out unnecessary tax, which could be avoided. Now let's talk about wills and why I say it does protect your wealth. Number one, if you do not have a will, you're given one. All right, so someone writes a trust on your behalf, which will not be in line with what you want. Wealth is relative. Now, some people don't care about loads and loads of money, but you have family, which are your assets. You like your family to be happy and be in peace, not arguing and tearing each other apart about what kind of funeral do you want, who's going to get any assets that you've given away, or you like me more than you do, and you've got children with different partners, and they're going to be at a ruckus with each other because nothing was planned in advance. So a will has a lot to do with protecting your wealth, not just financial wealth, but just wealth that you find valuable to you and your family and your loved ones. Secondly, you're in control, yeah? You protect the wealth, you direct it because of your say-so. It is a legal document. If you lose the will, if it's tampered with, it's not valid. All right? A copy of a will is not a valid will. A will that's been played around with because someone's trying to manipulate what you said will be rejected in probate. So it must be stored. It's a valid legal document with your wishes, with what your demands and commands and your instructions. The other side of trusts and wills, why I have a big problem and why I keep going on about wills and trusts, is that on the face of it, it's a document. But trusts have multiple funds. So when I do an asset protection trust, it's got multiple funds within it because I'm trying to plan for inheritance tax. I'm trying to plan for my client not to get stung unnecessarily, or we're going to direct the wealth in a certain way. Same with a will. It'll have multiple funds within it. You're going to have a discretionary trust. You might have an interest in possession trust in there. You might have direct legacies in there. You might have monetary